Yo, welcome to the Choppin' It Up podcast featuring your boy Jordan.
What up? It's your boy Eric.
And we're back at it with another episode. My dog Eric, what are we talking about today, homie?
Today, we're going to be talking about one of hip-hop's biggest influences,
Yes,
one
sir.
of hip-hop's biggest names,
Yes,
and of
sir.
course, the newly coined billionaire, Mr. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, the GOAT. It's still just so amazing to me, man, just to see that he's a billionaire, bro. Like, I knew it was destined to happen, but I feel like it just hit me hard when I found out, like, bro, Jay-Z is legitimately a billionaire, dog.
Like, billion. He joined the $1 billion club.
I mean, so we're going to go into details about his career, you know, the way he came up and just what he's accomplished, man, because I don't think many people know, like, yeah, Jay-Z's an awesome rapper. He's one of the greats, but he's one of the best, like, entrepreneurs and just investment, like, guy that...
He's a great businessman.
Dude is amazing. And so when me and Eric researched all the information, I was just blown away because I didn't know anything.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
I
by
knew of
some
a few
these
things, but I didn't know everything. And, like, I'm, like, inspired, bro. Like, super inspired. And we're going to go into details about him, Jay-Z, and just everything that he's accomplished. And I really hope that this just motivates, you know, not just me and Eric, but just everybody out here that it claims to kind of just wants to build their, you know, something for their name, you know.
For sure.
And so let's get into it, man. So Jay-Z, man, the GOAT. I mean, we all know who he is.
He's on. If he's not on your top 10 list, I don't really don't know, because, like, whether you like him or not, you can't deny the man's talent.
Dude, no, okay. All right, I don't want to be a buzzkill, but he's not really on my top 10 list.
Of rappers of all time?
Yeah.
For real?
But we'll keep that for a separate
Okay,
episode.
we'll talk about
Because I'm not trying to get fired up and get on a rant about that, but yeah, we'll go back to that later. But Jay-Z, I mean, of course, he's like the New York king, pretty much. Like, he is.
Oh, yeah.
He is like, New York is his blood. And he was born in a situation to where he was hustling drugs, man.
Yeah, he was he was born already having to fight a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
He was born into poverty, born into, he's a black man, so he's already fighting that.
Yeah, you already find the stereotype.
Like, he's already fighting all the things that are going to be stacked up against him. But just to see the kind of come up he had, just insane.
Yeah,
you know?
insane. So Jay-Z literally went from hustling drugs to becoming somebody that we see as, you know, who he is now, who is an amazing rapper.
Respected in all
the
communities.
Yeah, and he started his own label in 1996, which we know, Rockefeller Records, like one of the greatest just names and just labels out here.
You know, if you're a hip hop fan, you know Rockefeller.
Yeah, you already know what's up. And it's just crazy to see just all of his accomplishments with him starting the label. I mean, he's had 14 number one albums, 22 Grammys, bro. 22 Grammys.
That's insane.
Like I know the Grammys is kind of like at an all-time low right now when it comes to just a lot of, you know, hip-hop artists being involved.
Yeah.
Not even Jay-Z's really involved with the Grammys anymore. But 22 Grammys, dog, like that's just...
It's insane.
That's just crazy.
And I think the thing that also kind of blows my mind is that this guy's only 49.
49 years old, bro.
He started his career when he was, what,
26?
26.
Yeah, around 26, yeah.
And that's insane to me.
Yeah.
It took him 23 years for him to become a billionaire.
Yeah. And he could have easily been content with just him being just a rapper, making his hits. Look, I got 22 Grammys. Like, look, I'm good. But nah, he went into another mode to where, look, yeah, rapping is my gift, but business is just a whole different thing. And so we'll get into that too. But it's just crazy. Like, he's made over $500 million, bro, in pre-tax earnings, bro, just in his whole career. It's in a decade, dog. It's crazy. I mean,
like, he's seen that money.
Yeah, and so that he really realized, like, look, you know, I can't just be promoting other brands. Like, I need to start my own.
Yeah,
like, it's time.
That's one of my biggest things that I admire about Jay-Z is the fact that he's so, like, you know, upfront about, you know, people owning their own label, their own like brand, their own company. Like, it's their own.
Goals,
and it's not, he's not working for somebody else, or he's not, you know, trying to get under somebody's, you know, contract or whatever like that. Like,
it's all his.
He is his own. When it came to when he first started, you know, his records, everything. it's something that inspires me because I love seeing ownership
Yes.
in the minority
Yes.
community. Just because, like,
Preach, bro.
where you've seen it, I've seen it in my community. I've seen Mexicans, also try to own their own businesses, and like that inspires me to do better and to really push for support in our communities.
Yeah, and I mean that's just pretty much just what I was gonna say too. Like Jay-Z, like I haven't really been the biggest fan. Like I wasn't really like I wasn't really raised on hip hop, and so for me, like Jay-Z was kind of like okay, Jay-Z's cool,
kind of like a figure, more than like you saw him more as like a. I think you saw more of the business side of Jay-Z than the actual artist side.
Yeah, and so when people are always talking to me about his music, like I don't really know much, and I'm the type of person to where like I'm like, look, I just don't know. Like I don't know that much of his music, but then you just see like his business side, and then that's when I kind of catch attention because I'm like, look, I have aspirations to be like a Jay-Z to where he's owning multiple companies, also investing and just doing so many things to really just create a big legacy for him and his family, bro. That's really one of the most important things. Like, Jay-Z's a rapper too, but he used his gift to create other things and create a label for him and for other people to be a part of. And that just inspires the heck out of me, dog. Like,
I feel that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a billionaire, and what's crazy is that like he could have just easily been content, like I said, been content with just being a rapper and making millions of dollars either way. He was gonna be rich and wealthy.
He was gonna be a millionaire no matter what the outcomes were. But just to talk about some of Jay-Z's different businesses,
it's a ton too.
Because he's like an established billionaire, but according to a lot of different sources, they're saying that that's just a very conservative number, and that they're saying that there's more than
absolutely.
that. So if you want to go down some of his companies, and then I can get some of the other ones.
So again, Jay-Z, like I'm just still in awe of just what he's been doing and just the companies that he's bought and invested in, and so started. So one of his own companies, which is Ace of Spades, which is I've never even tried it because I ain't got it like that, which is a $300 gold bottle of champagne, dog.
And y'all like, so we know it as Ace of Spades, but that's not the actual name of the company. It's some, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
I can't even say it.
Armand, I don't know, something. But,
and sorry about that.
We know it as Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades.
It has a little spade and everything on it. That's just how we know.
But and he owns 100% of this company, and it's worth $310 million, bro.
Which is
for some champagne, dog.
Like, I knew this is what I was talking about earlier. I knew about some of these companies, but I didn't know that Jay-Z owned it.
Yeah, because it's not like his name is on it. It's of course a different brand.
That speaks to his like level of business and like his understanding that he didn't even have to put his own name on it for it to be worth how much it is.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And so, but he also has a lot of investments, and so. He has, which I didn't know, he has stakes in Uber worth an estimated $70 million, bro. Which is a great investment.
Insane.
A great investment. Uber is one of the top companies. And so to invest anything in Uber at the time when it was low, I mean, bro.
There's actually, so he invested $2 million, and then that turned into the $7 million we know now.
Oh, wow.
Well, he actually also sent the CEO of Uber
like $5
another
million, right?
$5 million.
I remember that, I saw that.
And the CEO rejected it, gave it money back to Jay-Z because he knew how much Uber was going to be.
Yeah, he knew what's up. Yeah.
So it's crazy to see that Jay-Z had already kind of like
had an idea.
He already knew.
He already knew what it was going to be. Yeah, which is, I mean, that's just genius,
bro. It speaks to his, his intellect when it comes to business.
Yeah, and so, and another company like Douce, I hope I'm saying it right.
Douce, yeah.
Douce, which is cognac, which is worth $100 million, bro, for some fired like drink, dog.
It's
it's just
insane.
It's insane, bro. Like,
and that's the thing too. I didn't know that was.
I didn't even know that.
I remember I've seen it. Like, if you go to like your Total Wines or whatever, and you ask them what's a good cognac, they're gonna say Douce.
Yeah, Douce. Yeah, and you're like,
I don't have that type of money.
I ain't got it like that. Hopefully one day.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna be taking my $2, $5, $10, just buying some. You know what I'm saying? That champagne.
Nah, I know what you're talking about.
Now the companies that
Welch's. That Welch's, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, that's a fire, bro. $3.99, dog. I'm good.
That Welch's.
Now the companies that we do know, like Tidal, which is worth $100 million. I mean, we knew just because that company's been building up over the time, and he actually bought that from a different company from Scandinavia.
A Norwegian parent company. He's still actually the board. He has actually a board member still of this. It's a technology company that does like music streaming and all sorts of other stuff,
which is genius.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody knows Tidal because whenever it rolled out, like they had Daft Punk there. They had who else? What were some of the bigger names?
Kanye's involved with Tidal.
Kanye involved.
Yeah. Calvin Harris, like Beyonce. Like it's a whole list.
All these artists. Yeah. And at first, like honestly, it wasn't going very well.
It wasn't.
The way that he kind of marketed it after a couple years, like whenever Beyonce put her albums exclusively on Tidal, and they did these exclusive drops. Like,
didn't Kanye do that too?
Yes.
Yeah, you can only get Kanye's album if you go on Tidal.
Yeah, the Life of Pablo.
Yeah, that was when Kanye was like everybody was trying to get his music,
and so it's to me that's so smart that like, hey, look. We're only gonna put this on here, so you gotta subscribe. To it.
Yeah, you got no
check
choice.
It out. And it turns out a lot of people still use Tidal.
Yeah. I think I kind of fell into that bug where like when Kanye's album came out and it was only on Tidal, I was like, dang, I kind of want to subscribe.
I felt it too because I was like, man, I really want to listen.
I was like, I'll wait. And eventually it did come out. On Apple Music, but it took a minute, and you really had to have that patience to really do it.
Yeah.
So. Look, Tidal is just another amazing company that he's involved with. Also, Rock Nation. I mean, Rock Nation is all his, bro. Like that's just his, which is worth $75 million. And that's an entertainment company started over a decade ago as a joint venture with the concert giant known as Live Nation. But the crazy thing is that Rock Nation represents not only just music, but sports, stars.
It has a couple of divisions within Rock Nation.
Yeah.
You have Rock Nation Records. You have Arrive Venture Capital.
Yeah.
Rock Nation Sports, of course, like you said, and Star Rock, which are all different things that Jay-Z does to kind of help, represent. Different artists and sports athletes.
Yeah. So when it comes to the sports, they have just a couple people like Kevin Durant, which we already know who Kevin Durant is, and Todd Gurley. And then for the artist side, just people like Rihanna and J. Cole.
Barkley's also.
He is on there too. You're right. Yeah.
I just found that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's crazy.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's really good.
He's
so
a great running back.
Yeah, he's I'm about to get him in fantasy.
I'm really hoping that I'm gonna pick him up again.
Yeah, man. And so he is just starting just things that you just can't go, because really the sports agency field is a great field because there's so many talented sports stars out here, dog, that are just needing that representation, and to have Jay-Z as the man behind it, you can't get no wrong with that, and owners really respect that as well. And so that's just a few people that he's involved with. Yeah, Des,
part of it. I did not know that. That's
awesome. Bro, there's so many people on there.
That's really cool.
Ndamukong Suh, he has some stars on there, and these are only a few of them, and so there's tons more. But also too, man, you can't forget about his music, bro. His music catalog is worth $75 million, and really closes like $1 million streams annually, dog.
That's what I think.
His music is still living.
His music, he's still making so much money off of his music. Like you said, he could have just been an artist.
He could have just been chilling.
And he would have been
millionaire, dog. Multi-millionaire. Yeah, easily.
But I just love that he saw so much more than just, I'm just going to be an artist.
Yeah. And so, like I said, I mean, his music is still living. It's still at an all-time high. And the thing is that, he might not be putting as much music out lately. He might have some features every now and then. He might not put an album out for another 4 years or so. But the thing, he doesn't have to, bro. He's chilling, dog.
He's got so much going on.
He has so much going on that he doesn't have to rap anymore. He doesn't have to. But he loves it though.
Yeah.
So he still does it.
I think, just seeing the different things he's involved with, it to me, I see that he's able to kind of do whatever he wants, literally, because he has ventures almost everywhere. I mean, he also has art.
Yeah, art collection, which is worth $70 million.
Just art,
just
by
art,
itself.
It's art,
That's
bro.
what
I mean, he's having Basquiat pieces, bro, in his house worth just reported 4.5, and that's just a brief art collection that he has that is up to $70 million. And he's talked about having all these pieces in his homes, and you like think about it like, bro, it's just art, right? But if you be real, like some serious art is worth a lot of money.
It's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, art is where it's at, and so just his art collection alone, dog, 70 million. I mean, you just
literally he could sell his art and he would have been well off.
Yeah, imagine just having like $70 million worth of art in your house, bro. I'm gonna be like, I'm about to go sell this.
I'd probably have the biggest, like, best security guards in the world.
Seriously, yeah, it's like money just
That's
sitting
scary.
there on the walls. Yeah, for real. And so, and then of course, real estate. I mean, when you have all that money in the world, you kind of, at least for me, I'm like, look, if I have $1 billion, I might want to give me a nice crib, but I'm not trying to spend that much money on a crib. But
yeah, I see that. Maybe, like we were talking about earlier, maybe it's just a housing situation.
Yeah, California, that's where he lives.
That's where he lives.
In New York, too. You have a house in New York, in a penthouse.
So I'm saying, like, California, like, if you're trying to get a house out there, be ready to spend, like, $800,000.
Yeah, easily.
Simple.
But no, he has a $88 million estate, bro. And guess where that is? Bel Air, California. $26 million East Hampton crib. No big deal, right? And then a 6.85, just a penthouse, though. A penthouse. It's a house, but it's just a penthouse. And Tribeca, bro. Like, I mean
$88 million home.
Yeah, bro.
Like, what all?
That house better have.
Like, that house better have an amusement park. That better have, like, one of those robots that does everything for you.
That house better make me live till like I'm about 200 years old.
That house better make me, like, food and dinner, bro.
Yeah.
That house better become automatic. Like, I don't gotta do nothing.
Yeah, so it's just like stuff like this, man. It's just so just inspiring. Like, I think for me, and kind of just a brief example, like I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have multiple businesses, and I look at Jay-Z like, yo, if Jay-Z can do it, I can do it as well.
Yeah.
Jay-Z started at 26 years old. I'm 23.
You got 3 years.
I have 3 years, you know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z worked his butt off. Like, I know he did. And he used his rap career as just the beginning of
a stepping stone.
Yeah, as a stepping stone. And so for me, man, I'm like, look, bro, hey, I don't have to be a millionaire or a billionaire, but as long as I work hard and as long as I accomplish my goals and live the dreams that I want to accomplish, I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for me, yeah, of course, I would love to be a millionaire. Like, that's great. But if I'm happy making $100,000 a year or 50 or 60, and I'm doing something that I love and I enjoy doing, and I'm investing or whatever, then, bro, like, I'm good, dog. You know what I'm saying? But Jay-Z, he's a billionaire, bro, and he never used just any excuses. He just kept on going, dog. He just kept on investing.
Yeah, like, all the
taking risks.
all the circumstances that he was born into that already said that he was gonna be just a statistic, bro. Like,
yeah,
it should inspire people, and it should motivate you to be like, man, you know what? I actually had it better than him.
Yeah,
I
have no excuses. Yeah,
like,
I have no
excuses. We should be out here
hustling,
trying, hustling. Motivated that we can do it too. It took him 23 years. For him to reach that, like, we also got to remember that, it's not like he woke up and he was like, boom, millionaire. He worked for it.
He worked for it. Yeah. He worked for it, and he started multiple companies to pull money from, bro. It's all about that multiple streams of income.
And that's something huge that he always talks about, is having multiple streams of income.
That's, bro, you can't go wrong with that. Yeah, he might be doing a bunch of different things. Yeah. But you see what those bunch of different things are bringing in to the table.
Exactly.
$1 billion worth of stuff. And so for me, I'm just like, look, man, like, I tell Eric all the time, I'm like, bro, we're young. Let's get it popping now. Like, we have no time is flying, bro. We're already in June, right?
Yeah.
It felt like the year just started, like,
bro,
a couple
honestly,
months ago.
It did. I'm getting married in November.
Yeah.
And I feel like the year's just like,
it's flying.
Crazy.
Yeah. And the next year is 2020, bro. So it's just like time is flying. Time is not stopping for no one. But the thing is that we just have to take advantage of every second of the day. every minute, every hour, like everything that we do, we have to take advantage of it because we're gonna only get older. You know, we're gonna only get older, and of course, as we get older, we should be wiser of our time. But sometimes you don't want to wait till it's late to realize that. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so,
bro.
I'm just super inspired, man. Like this makes me just want to hit everything that I have going, and I want to accomplish just extra hard, man, and just really get it popping. Because, like I said, I don't have to be a billionaire or a millionaire to be happy, but I just know that if I can make something out of myself and start multiple things and do something that I love, I can do it. I just have to pursue it. You know what I'm saying? And work extra hard to do it. You know what I'm
saying? And you know, sometimes you are going to do all the work and you're going to do everything, and maybe you don't get to the place you want it to be, but at least you tried. Yeah. At least you're doing something, and at least, you know, you gave it your all. Yeah. And maybe you don't get to where you want to be, but you get to somewhere better. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I said, like, if you're starting some businesses or you doing whatever, and of course, I'm not making this much money, but are you happy? If you are, then I think you're doing a great job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Happiness happiness should really be, and that's what Gary Vee talks about. Happiness should really be like the standard. It should be the goal, because if you're not happy doing something you love, then what you're wasting your time.
Yeah, like it, you know, you another thing that I've been hearing a lot is that, you know, being comfortable. We're scared of being in discomforting situations. Yeah. And, like, I can't imagine what Jay-Z was going through early on in his, you know, teens, and, you know, whenever he was out there, you know, slanging crack and doing all these things, you know, like, it must have been uncomfortable.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But, you know, he was getting his money in a way where there was no other outlet out there.
He took risks, bro. Yeah.
And I'm not encouraging that in any way. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that, like, you know, maybe sometimes you kind of got to go through that discomfort to try to get to somewhere better, you know?
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. And being comfortable is a very dangerous thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I still am realizing that, too. Like, I can't be comfortable. Like, if I get comfortable, I gain weight, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, bro.
Like, I gain weight, or I start eating bad, and I don't start taking care of my body, which is really, like, a high priority. Because your health should always be number one. But really, it's just, like, things like that can take you off track. Yeah. And it's crazy, bro. Like, once you know, I remember when I was going to a point where, like, I was just, like, full all in the gym, bro, eating clean. It's like your mindset changes, bro. Everything in your mind changes. You're just
working different.
Yeah.
And I think going back to that point of, like, being comfortable is, like you said earlier, he could have just been an artist and stayed with 75 mil.
Yeah,
which is nice. Yeah. But, like, if he would have stayed comfortable, he would have never reached the billionaire status.
Never. And I'm sure he took a lot of risk, obviously he invested a lot of money and probably lost some money, which it happens, but he wouldn't be where he is now if it wasn't for taking risks and starting something, which is important, starting something.
And
owning it. People don't realize that owning something is just a amazing thing. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Not everybody is an entrepreneur. Like, it's not for some people. I know some people are like, look, I'm cool with just my 9-to-5 job. Like, I'm cool with that. I'm not knocking any of that. But, man, creatives, artists, just entrepreneurs who want to start things, like, if you have that mindset and you know that that's what you want to be, bro, go on it, dog.
Get on it,
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
And so
I've been saying this. You're closer to where you want to be when you start than when you have it.
Yeah. That's example like the podcast, bro. We would have never done this if we didn't do it.
We're closer to where we want to be, you know, and we don't know where we want this to go. We just love doing this, but we're closer when we start than when we have it. Yeah. Like, people need to realize that, you know, like, well, you know, everybody's so far ahead. Everybody's doing X, Y, and it's like, no.
And it's okay if you fail.
It's okay to be in last place as long as you finish, because
facts.
You know, I see a lot of people doing this now.
I'm going to write that down.
That, you know, they rather just quit than finish. And it's like, well, how are you going to improve? How are you going to know what to improve on if you've never finished?
I need that quote, bro.
Like, Think about that, bro.
It's crazy.
Like, you know, like what happens when a football team's losing? They don't just give up. They go harder.
Yeah.
And even if they lose, they finished.
Boy,
they finished strong. And you go back and you look at the tape and you see where you can improve. And that's what you got to do. You got to finish.
You preaching over here, dog.
You got to finish.
Let me get you a towel real quick. Hold on. Wait a minute. Pastor Erica.
Like, come on, people.
For real. No, for real though. Like,
so if you don't get anything from today, just remember, finish
bro.
strong.
Finish strong, man. That's just the blueprint, bro. Like, just finish, bro. Start it, keep pushing, and I promise you, once you see the results of what you're doing, it's gonna be just the best thing. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, I'm like super pumped up, bro. Like, I want to do more podcasts just about inspiring. And I think that's you know, like, we're doing music, we're doing culture stuff, but man, we want this to be a podcast of inspiration, because I'm getting inspired just talking about this, like, brother to brother, and talking to y'all about it. But, like, you know, I know we have a lot of young fan base and whoever, but I just want this to be a podcast where we can inspire, man, because look, we live in a day and age, bro, where it's sometimes tough, man, to kind of fight through adversity, you know, and I think it's important that we just continue to grind it out, man. Like, if you enjoy doing something you love, do it, man. Like, just keep pursuing it, because we only have one life to live, bro. Might as well have fun, bro, doing it, as long as you work hard doing it as well. So, look, man, I'm like pumped up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just hyped, bro, because stuff like this, man, I love business, I love money, but I love just seeing, honestly, bro, like, I love seeing a black man, bro. Let's keep it real. I love seeing a black man really making his way up the ladder, bro.
Oh, yeah.
To billionaires. Cause you don't see that. You don't. There's not a lot of black billionaires, bro.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's very few. And honestly, there's not really a lot of black millionaires. So I'm just trying to inspire everybody else too. But to my people, bro, that are listening, like, look, hey, man, we might be going through a lot, but, bro, it's possible as long as you put in that work.
Exactly.
Drop the mic, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, with that said, I really hope that this just inspires just everybody that's out there that is listening and didn't know anything about Jay-Z, but also just to know that, look, Jay-Z did it. You can do it as long as you just continue to grind, hustle, and work hard. This is the best time to do it, and this is the time to do it. And like I said, I'm super inspired. I'm super pumped up, bro. Like, I'm ready to go, you know what I'm saying? And so, we love you guys. We thank you for just all the love and support, and we're going to always put out more content, of course, but let this just be the podcast, man, that really just inspires you to be great.
Fires you up,
man, because we can do it, bro. Like, yeah, we're not making all the money in the world, but we can as long as we put in our hard work.
Exactly.
So, like I said, love you guys, and we'll see you at the next, or on the next, podcast. Peace.